Yo, what's going on? It's Jason Capital here, and welcome to Ask JC, where you have questions and I've got your answers. So today's question, I like this one. More importantly, I just kind of like the title. How to start a business that doesn't suck. Let's talk about that right now, because I know there's a lot of people right now watching who have started a business and it sucks, or they started a business and it's not doing what they wanted to, or maybe you're just thinking about starting a business but you don't know where to begin, and you don't want to start and then fail, and you don't want to deal with that kind of blow to the confidence. All right, so let's talk about it. Question today comes from Raymond D in Dallas. He says, Jason, I want to start making money. I want to start my own business, but I don't know how or where to start. There's a lot of bullshit out there, as you're probably well aware of. You're the only one I know who is super legit. Some guidance would be super appreciated. By the way, I'm buying at least 5 copies of your book when it comes out, brother. Well, thank you, Raymond, for your question. I am always excited to answer a question for a budding, ambitious entrepreneur like yourself. So, how to start a business that doesn't suck? Where do you begin? What I want to zero in on in this video is getting that product or service, that thing you're going to be offering to the world, that you're going to give them value and they're going to give you money in exchange for it. Figuring out what is that product going to be? Figuring out what is that service going to be? It could be a product, it could be a service, but how can we make sure that that idea that you have, that product or service, that offer, is going to be accepted by the marketplace, is going to be validated by the marketplace. Like, they're going to actually want it. They're going to pay for it, and they're going to give you hopefully a substantial amount of money, or a lot of people are going to give, or a substantial amount of people are going to give you a small amount of money. Either way, both work. So 2 things, okay? Number 1, start with them. I cannot tell you how many people, how many entrepreneurs have this great business idea, this amazing service idea, this incredible breakthrough idea that they want to bring to market, they want to make real. They spend $80,000, $100,000, $200,000, $500,000 getting it ready, getting the business ready, doing all of this shit, and then they put that thing out to the world and it is a fucking dud, and no one buys it and no one wants it. Now, of course, they're not intelligent enough to accept reality at that point. Instead, they double down on a product or service that isn't selling, and they put another 100 or 200K or 500K into it, thinking that maybe they just need better marketing, or maybe they just need better manufacturing, or maybe they need a better website. And they just do it, and no one buys it again, right? And then at that point, most people will give up. But if you're a really ambitiously dumb entrepreneur, you'll just keep doubling down on that idea, refusing to accept that it's not working. And if you've ever seen Shark Tank, you've seen people come on there and they pitch their idea, and the sharks are just stupefied. They are stunned. They are stumped. They are gobsmacked at this person who keeps putting money into a dead horse. Okay, when a horse is dead, don't feed it a carrot. Give it a funeral. That's it. Bury the motherfucker. So you have to start with them. And what do I mean by that? Okay, don't go with what you think is a great idea. Don't make that dumb mistake. Go talk to your marketplace. Go talk to your customers. And don't ask them what product would you want or what service would you want. That's not the right question. Ask them what is going on in their life. What is an issue? What is stopping them? What is frustrating them? When they go to bed at night, what's that thing they're worried about? Where are they still wasting time? Where are they still wasting money? What do they wish they had solved? We want to figure out what is that agitating problem in their life, right? Or what is it that they're looking for that doesn't exist? Or what is it that they're trying to do, but the thing they're using isn't good enough? And if there was something faster, there was something easier, that's something that they would pay for. Okay, we want to talk to them. We want to hear from them. We want to get their truth, so we can not just create any random product or any random service, but we can create the exact thing that they want, okay? So start with them, not with yourself. The market was always right. The market will always tell you what you need to do. So that's 1. Number 2, there's something we have here that we use with all of our entrepreneurial coaching clients and in the Brotherhood. When they have a product, a service, or an idea or whatever, is we want to put it through what we call the efficacy aggregate, okay? The efficacy aggregate. And it's 3 things that go into this. I'm going to walk you through it right now. It's U, it's V, and it's M. Those are the 3 things we're looking for, okay? The U stands for unique, okay? That product or that service, that idea, is it unique? Can it be easily replicated? Is someone out there already doing it? Are you just copying someone else word for word? Can it be copied, right? You create something and you think it's a great idea, but maybe you have no patent on it. Maybe a big company can just come and swallow you up the minute they see you're doing successful. So it's not unique enough. It doesn't have that unfair, that competitive advantage. Or maybe that your uniqueness isn't the product and it isn't the service, right? But maybe it's the brand name, right? Coca-Cola isn't that unique. There's a lot of Cokes out there. There's Pepsis, all kinds of drinks out there that taste similar. But Coke has a huge brand name that gives them that uniqueness, that makes them different, that separates them. For some people, it's not even the product, the service, or the brand name. It's just the person, right? It's just the person. That person has a unique connection, a unique way of speaking to that audience that gives them that uniqueness, okay? The second one, value, okay? Value is what you're offering. Does it have value? And how do you know if something has value or whatever? It's very simple. Are you solving a problem? That solution to a distinct problem, that is value. Or maybe it's a value, something that they didn't even know that they wanted, but they saw it and they're like, fuck, I want that. First example that comes to my mind, I don't even know why, the Snuggie, right? Who the fuck thought that they wanted a Snuggie? Like, I used a lot of blankets when I was a kid. I remember, like, every year we get new bed sheets, if we were lucky, and you put them on, you keep warm, and it's great. Not once did I ever think to myself, hey, Jason, wouldn't it be great if this blanket had sleeves? That never came to mind. I never thought about it. Then you see it on TV and they're just like having so much fun stuffing their arm in blanket sleeves that I want that. Okay, I never actually ordered one myself, but I knew a lot of people that did. So that was creating something of value that people they didn't even know they wanted. Maybe it's just entertainment value, right? You've heard that term before, entertainment value. That's a source of value, just being entertaining to people. They like to be entertained. Look around, right? Teachers get paid shit, movie stars get paid millions. People prefer entertainment. They will spend more on entertainment. And most of all, okay, we have something that we teach, again, all our entrepreneurial clients and everything, called the credit card test. And it's very simple. You want to know if this thing is of value, if people really value it, sell it to them, right? Because there's so many, I have friends, I even had a buddy who I was talking to a couple of weeks ago, and he's getting up there. He comes to a lot of live events, and I've known him for a while, and he has all these different product ideas, and he doesn't really ever see any of them to fruition, but about 6 months ago, he did create an actual product. Okay, it was a website that offered a service. And the reason he created it was, one, he didn't talk to fucking me about it, but he went to family members and he went to friends and he asked them, do you think this is a good idea? Do you think, like, would you want this? Would you buy this? And they all said, yeah, I'd buy that. So he goes, great, right? He thinks it's validated by the marketplace. That's not real testing, but he does that and he puts up the website, and of course, no one's buying it, and he goes back to those people who said that they would buy it, and they were like, well, yeah, I mean, I was like, I would buy it, like, I'm not gonna buy it, but like, I think it's a good idea, I would buy it, but I'm not gonna, like, you get into semantics, okay, because the truth is, it doesn't mean shit until they put a credit card in your hand. That's proof, irrefutable proof, that they want what you have to offer. Words are they're just meaningless, right? We have a saying here, underweight words, overweight actions. It's about the actions, not the words. Okay, so credit card test, does it pass the credit card test? That's how you know if it's valuable. And then the final one, M. What does M stand for? It stands for the moat. Okay, Warren Buffett, the billionaire investor, brilliant man, he talks about how any business that he is looking to invest in, it has to have what he calls an economic moat. The quote he says is, it has to be an economic castle protected by unreachable moats, okay? An economic castle protected by unreachable moats. What he means by that is, imagine your business is this castle, okay? And the business he's looking at investing in. First thing, or one of the first things he's gonna ask himself is, does this thing have a moat? Is it protected, okay? Or can other businesses just swoop in and steal our ideas or our products or our services or our employees? Okay, what he is looking for, what he really means here is, does this business, does this idea, does this product, does this service, does it have an unfair advantage? Okay, does it have that unfair advantage? Can this moat, this unfair advantage, can it keep its width? That's what he wants to know. He wants to know, can it be crossed, or can we make sure no one can cross it? Warren Buffett, when he invests in a company, he actually buys the company, he puts managers in place and he tells them, your number one goal this year is you must widen the moat. That's all he cares about. He buys an established business and then you widen the moat, right? It's not, he wants to build the business up, but just as important is making sure that he keeps that unfair advantage and that moat doesn't just even stay the same, okay? He wants it widened every year. So that is the efficacy aggregate, okay? I know it's a big term, but don't get fucking swayed by a big word. Don't let a big word keep you from your big dreams, okay? Efficacy aggregate, and the way that you score this, it's very simple. Take that product, that service, that idea, whatever it is you have, okay? And then rate it between 1 and 4 on how unique of an idea it is. And then rate it 1 through 4 on how valuable of an idea it is. And then rate it 1 through 4 on how much of a moat it has, or how much of a moat you can build. Take the total score and divide it by 3, and there you go. That's your score. A 4 is obviously a perfect score. If it's a 1, it's not a very good idea. If it's at least a 3, then you might have something there. Your goal is to be between 3 and 4. That's when you know you got something super unique, you got something super valuable, and you got something super protected, right? I don't want to, like myself, I don't want to go into a business if I don't have an unfair advantage. We have this new book coming out, Higher Status, which I'm sure you've heard about since everyone's fucking talking about it. And by the way, that's not by accident, but it's called Higher Status. Okay, let's put it through the efficacy aggregate. Is that unique? It's extremely unique. No book has ever been written about it. It is the next step in evolution of people who want to be super successful. Okay, it is completely unique, and there's all kinds of research and studies and conversations I've had and experience I've had behind the scenes that no one else can and no one else probably will. So we know it's super unique. Okay, is it valuable? Well, yeah, it's incredibly valuable, right? It's like the thing that people need to understand is that in today's world, in order to be successful, like truly successful and get to that level you want and not get there when you have achy joints and cognitive decay, but get there now, today, when you still have that, you're still bursting with energy, you still have that youthfulness, because you don't want to fucking, like having a private jet sounds cool when you're younger, right? When you have the energy to do things and travel the world, but earning a private jet by the time, you turn 84 is just not, it's not what we're looking for, right? So in today's world, in order to get there and get there 10 times faster or more, it's not just, you can't just think like successful people. That doesn't work anymore. Everyone knows what to think about successful people, like live in abundance, right? Live with intention, live with purpose. That's not gonna get the fucking job done, okay? In order to be successful today, you must sound successful, you must look successful, and you must act successful. That's it. That's what gets the job done. Okay, that is higher status. That is the whole thing, okay? And that's why higher status is so valuable. That's why we have over 1,000 success stories from the book already, from the program, okay? So we have unique, we have valuable, and does it have a moat? Do we have an unfair advantage? Well, we're first to market. No one else even talks about status. It is the most important thing we do here on Team Capital because I've seen it over and over and over. I've seen people completely transform in such a short period of time, and those results stick, they're lasting, and then they go on in the trajectory of their life where they were going like to this place, so it's kind of okay, it shifts, and they're just like, their trajectory is like this. And they're doing these incredible things, and they're getting Ferraris, and they're building amazing businesses, and they're finding love, and they have all this fucking passion in their lives, and they're excited, and they're confident, and they feel great, and they're just excited about life. Like everything changes when you become high status. And I got the keys, right? I know how to do that. I know how to install that in you. Most people don't. Okay, so there's my moat. And are we widening that moat every year? Well, just tune in and see what we do in 2017 and watch what we do in 2018. And you will see a moat that widens like a motherfucker. That's a real metric to measure space, by the way. Widen like a motherfucker. And on that note, I am most certainly done with today's Ask JC. So thanks so much for tuning in. Raymond, hopefully that helped you out. Make sure you put that idea, whatever it is, put it through the efficacy aggregate and save yourself so much time and money and effort and energy. And make sure you got a killer idea and then go out there, push it out to the world, and dominate shit just like all the top people do on Team Capital. So I am Jason Capital. I'll see you later.